Emotional regulation in the moment. How do we do it? Hi, this is Chris Priebe from Chris Priebe Hypnosis, and in this 3-video series, I'm going to go over my top 3 tools for emotional regulation in the moment, and then I'll do a deep dive on each one. So the top 3 tools are as follows: physiological sigh, bilateral stimulation, and something called the 3-2-1 reset. Now let's look a little closer, shall we? The third and final tool in this series is called the 3-2-1 reset. Now the 3-2-1 reset is very basic but very powerful. So first thing you're going to do when you're feeling something, when you need that emotional regulation in the moment, you're going to take 3 breaths. Don't need to breathe any particular way, just be aware of 3 breaths. That's a 3. And then the 2, you have 2 hands. So you're going to have your 2 hands, put your right hand on your left shoulder, your left hand on your right shoulder, almost like you're giving yourself a bit of a self-hug. There's a lot of science behind how giving yourself a self-hug really changes your neurology. Now, if you've watched my other video, you'll also notice that this has a little bit of that bilateral stimulation involved because we're crossing the hemisphere. We have our right hand crossing over to our left side, our left crossing over to the right side. That's the 2. From here, we're going to close our eyes and take 1 minute to just simply focus on our breath. Okay, so 3-2-1. 3 breaths, 2 arms or 2 hands, 1 minute. As in the other videos, let's put this to use. Okay, so think of something else that was causing some anxiety, some stress, whatever that is from the last couple of days. And give that a number between 1 and 10. 1 meaning really it's nothing, and 10 being it's the worst it could be. Okay, do you have a number there? Perfect. So now what we're going to do, you're just going to take 3 breaths. Simply inhale and exhale. You don't need to breathe any particular way. Just take 3 breaths. And then 2 hands. Put your right hand on your left shoulder, your left hand on your right shoulder. And again, you're just going to take a nice breath here. And then 1, you're going to close your eyes for 1 minute. And just focus on your breath. The inhale and the exhale of your breath. Again, you don't need to breathe any particular way. Breathe however is most comfortable for you. But focus on that breath. If a thought comes up or something in the external world comes in, you don't need to fight it. Just simply acknowledge it. Say, oh, that was a thought. And use that thought as a cue to once again bring your attention to your breath. If a sound or a sensation breaks that peace that you have, simply acknowledge it. Well, that was a sensation. And then use that again as a cue to focus on your breath. And after about a minute, just open your eyes and then check back in with yourself. If you gave yourself a number between 1 and 10, where is it now? What this really does is it brings our attention back into our body. Anxiety, stress, all that kind of stuff, really it's in the domain of our minds and our imagination. What this does is it brings us back into our body and it disconnects whatever that was. Again, 3-2-1 reset. Fantastic tool from Dr. Richard Nongard. And again, I highly recommend checking out some of Richard's stuff. So that was our 3 tools for emotional regulation in the moment. First one, the physiological sigh. Second one, bilateral stimulation. And this one, the 3-2-1 reset. Now, the difference between this one and the other two is with this one, you can't really do it in front of other people. It'll look a little bit odd. But when you have a moment, you can sit in a nice chair. If you can get yourself away from the situation, sit down in a nice comfy chair. 3 breaths, 2 arms or 2 hands in 1 minute. So that's 3 different tools, my top 3 tools for emotional regulation in the moment. Once again, I'm Chris Priebe from Chris Priebe Hypnosis. And if you like this, you can share this video. If someone else will get some value out of these videos, please share this and pay it forward, because we all need some emotional regulation in our lives, and these are my top 3 tools for emotional regulation. Chris Priebe from Chris Priebe Hypnosis. Have yourself an amazing day.